I've already cut my fabric, and what I'm going to do here is then just put some glue. There may be holes in your frame, so you want to make sure that you don't put too much, because you still have to stick your fabric down and that gets sticky. Also going to use a paintbrush to kind of get these the groove, because you want your fabric to stick on the sides as well when you're working. And so if it gets through the hole, it's not a big deal. It just makes it messy on the bottom, and it sticks to whatever you have below to protect your surface. So I just want you to be aware of that. And you want to put enough glue. Sometimes I wait till it gets a little bit tackier to put down the fabric, but for purposes of this video, I am just gonna put down the fabric wet. So I have just a bit more than I'd like at this point, but you get the idea. This is my fabric. I cut about a little over an inch on each side so that it can go over the side. But what you want to also do, this is not a directional print. If you have a directional print, you want to make sure that the direction is proper, so that the inside of your bag. For this purposes of this video, this doesn't matter. My zebra heads are going in all sorts of different directions. So I tend to start off in the corners. If your glue is not tacky but still wet, you'll see some of the glue coming through, and that's fine. It's not gonna really mess anything up. But I try to make sure that I'm working from side to side so that there are no bubbles or no gaps. And then I work along the width of it, and then I come back up, try to making sure that there's no real bubbles. You can see it's sticking to my hand, but that's okay. Sometimes I can use the, oops, sorry about that. And you can always readjust while you're working. So that's it's very forgiving. It won't dry so quickly. And you want to choose the kind of glue that you work with. This is actually a thicker glue, but you can use Elmer's glue for this, or Podge. Any sort of thick white glue I think would work for this part of it. I use a different type of glue for the frame, so that's also important. If you like pleats in your corners, you can actually create one. I am not going to do that for purposes of this video. And then I have some clips here that I like to put in the corners so that when the glue dries, I kind of have the look that I'm starting to look for. So this is just the lining of the inside of the box framed clutch purse. Right now all I'm doing is putting my clips on. I hope you can see that okay. I always put one in the middle just so that no gaps come up. You don't have to, that's just a preference thing. And that's my last clip, and I'll come back and do another part. But oops, sorry about that. And you can see I've already done 2 of those, so this one has been sitting over there drying